What's going on, everybody? Who's ready for a beer? What's up, Lee? How you doing, man? What's up, Kentucky? What's going on, guys? Who's ready for a beer? I'm ready for a beer. Things are going good, Kentucky. Things are going good. Up, 4 o'clock, people. Let's do this. What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today we're going to be looking at a new one from brewery I've never tried before. They're out of Seattle, Washington. Today we're going to be taking a look at some Sandals and Flannels from Stoup Brewing. I think it's Stoup. I don't know. If this isn't the most hipster kind of style can art I've ever seen in my life, I don't know what is. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of cool. I like it. Really like the can art on this one. They definitely took up a lot of real estate on this one, so that's a really big plus for me. This guy comes out at a whopping 7% ABV, so it's right on that mid-range kind of percentage when it comes to alcohol in a beer, especially in a nice hazy sessionable IPA. I think that's my limits to when it's, I guess you can consider it sessionable. But before we get into the beer a little bit, let's talk about Stoup Brewing really quick. So for multiple different web sources, let's see, we got between Eater, Timeout, Thrillist, and Condé Nast Traveler, Stoup is one of the best breweries they're considering in Seattle. So what's the story of this brewery? So opened in 2013 by husband and wife team Brad Benson and Laura Zahaba, together with Robin Schumacher. Stoup is a lifelong dream realized by 3 friends who love all things food and drink. More than a family-friendly brewery, the taproom is a place that embraces the fundamental essence of beer. It means of bringing people together, 1 pint at a time. Each of the trio left behind safer careers to realize their dream of opening a brewery. Laura, nearly 2 decades in marketing and PR for wine importers. Brad, a career in a career as a forensic chemist, and Robin, 13 years as a high school teacher. Collectively, they believe in a community-building nature of beer while individually bringing a unique perspective that makes Stoup such a special place. So, it's kind of cool how these people all had their own like kind of careers in place and decided to kind of leave that all behind and open up something that's kind of a dream for them, I guess they can say, when it comes to opening a brewery. So, I'm really excited to kind of try this one because now knowing this guy was a chemist, I can see him kind of going a little more intricate in this beer and kind of breaking flavors down and actually making it a little bit more complex than usual just because of that chemist background. So I think that is a really cool thing. So without further ado, let's crack this guy open and I want to see what this guy is all about. Let's see what we get on the smell. Oh yeah, like definitely some ripe, like kind of more of like a lemon kind of citrus on here. Maybe like kind of like a little bit of grapefruitiness. This guy is actually brewed with, I believe, Citra, Galaxy, and Mosaic hops. So I'm guessing there's going to be good amounts of citrus with like some berry notes and pine and maybe some like passion fruit, peachy kind of flavors coming from the Galaxy. Who knows, more like kind of stone fruits with the Galaxy hops, so kind of making that like a little bit more well balanced. Yeah, this smells delicious. Definitely smells like a nice, refreshing, hazy IPA. So let's give this guy a pour and see what it looks like. Hoping it's like super hazy. Let's see. Got a nice kind of crisp color to it. A little bit of like a white yellowish head, but that's not too bad when it comes to haziness. I've seen hazier. But yeah, it's not bad at all. Still getting a lot of those like grapefruit, citrus smells. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty nice. So, cheers everybody. Oh yeah, that is crazy, crazy refreshing. Holy crap. This is delicious. Definitely a little bit lighter in the flavor than I thought it would be, to be honest. You're getting those nice kind of, it's like a malty sweetness in the beginning along with like kind of like a nice hoppy bitterness along with it. Getting those notes of like a grapefruit, maybe like a little bit of like peach fuzziness kind of coming in there on the mouth. Definitely has like that kind of, a little bit of like an oily mouthfeel, which is nice. Can definitely tell this is pretty damn delicious. Kind of getting a little bit of like little strawberry hints here and there from the Mosaic. I'm thinking kind of like that kind of berry kind of flavor along with that nice kind of hoppy bite to it. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Definitely really crisp, really clean, refreshing. Definitely just, this is like a scream in your face summer IPA for me. Just because of all those bright flavors that just remind you of outside sunshine deliciousness. And it's just very well balanced. It's not too hoppy. It's not too citrusy. Yeah, this is stellar. Absolutely stellar. So let's see what the profile of this one is. So like I said before, this one is brewed with Mosaic, Citra, and Galaxy hops. Their little hazy thirst quenchers, the brightest, citriest, peachiest, passion fruitiest flavors they could coax out. So one sip, you'll most likely wonder why it took us so long to share Stoup's hop bombs with you in the first place. Truth is, before 2020, Stoup didn't do much canning, much less send their brews outside of Washington. So when I bought this off of Tavor, it was like kind of their first kind of situation of kind of canning their stuff and getting their stuff more available outside of the country, which, I mean, not outside of the country, outside of the state of Washington, which is really cool. Kind of having those little micro brews kind of finally get into canning their stuff and being able to get their beers that are this one is definitely delicious for an IPA for me out there to the world. Different kind of beerly, I would say. This is kind of You really can't compare the two. It's like comparing apples and oranges, you know? But yeah, this is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Definitely a nice session. I would say just by the flavors of this, it definitely has that sessionable feel. Crisp, clean, a little bit of an oily / juicy kind of mouthfeel. A little bit of effervescence on the tongue, a little bit like a bubbly feeling. But yeah, delicious. So let's see what Untappd has to say about this guy. So, like I said before, it's a 7% ABV, and this was released, I think it says here on the can somewhere, this was canned 12/15/2020, so right at the end of the year. So this one's been sitting in the can a little bit, which isn't a bad thing. Still has a nice flavor to it. Might have been a little bit more carbonated with the bubbles on top, but it still has a nice carbonation to it. So 7%, and with over 204 different ratings, most of them coming from the brewery themselves or the few people that got them off Tavour. This guy has an average rating of 3.88 out of 5, which is pretty solid for a nice, simple, sessionable IPA, I think. They have a nice balance, so they use a really good combination of Citra, Mosaic, and Galaxy. I think those ones they just work really well together. They're always like a group of hops that just seem to the flavors combined together so well. It just makes such a nice, refreshing drinking experience, in my opinion. But yeah, this thing is hitting all those notes of just a nice, refreshing IPA. Nothing to where they're trying to reinvent the wheel with something. They're just making a super solid, super clean, super crisp hazy IPA. I would like to see a little bit more of like a haziness to it. I know it's a little hazy, but it's not too bad. So I would like to see that kind of like orange juice kind of color to it. But I think that would kind of go into the more like unfiltered, maybe an imperial style. But yeah, has like a kind of nice golden kind of like wheat color to it. But yeah, super, super good. So, let me pour the rest of this into the glass. Let's start going down our ratings here really quick and start going down the line of what we're going to think about this guy. I might put that up there. I don't know. So, can art. I like the can art because it's like living up to the hipster stereotype of hipsters love craft beer, which, of course, that's a stereotype that everybody probably knows by now. So they're kind of keeping to that hipster kind of vibe where it's like a guy with a guitar, the beanies, the shorts, the plaid. Yeah, everything screams hipsters, and you see sandals and flannels, and they're all probably wearing sandals, in my opinion. So, yeah, that skateboard right there. So they definitely took some detail into this, I think, because on the back of one of the guy's shirts it says Seattle Grunge. The skateboard says Stoup on there. And then, so let's see, somebody else is wearing a shirt right there that says Grunge is not dead. So yeah, definitely living to different stereotypes when it comes to this can art. I also really like how they took up most of the real estate on this can art. Like, can art starts from here, goes all the way to the end of the label practically, and that's something I really like to see when it comes to can art. Them taking up all the space they can have available on the can to pretty much let the art of the beer, the first experience you're going to see with this beer, kind of speak for itself. And it's a really clean label. Definitely really cool. I would give this a solid like 4.75 out of 5 for me for can art. I really like the logo, the Stoup, it's clean logo on the side. Definitely like the font they use for the sandals and flannels, kind of that cursive kind of look. And then the hipster kind of stereotype stuff they did with there when it comes to relating to craft beer is really cool. I'm a really big fan of that one. Just kind of digging at all the people that use the stereotypes of all like hipsters that like grunge music, wear flannels and sandals and all that stuff, drink IPAs and go to craft breweries. So yeah, super, super solid. So let's see. If I got this beer in a flight at Stoup, would I get another one? Yeah, I probably would. To be honest, it's really nice. It's really clean. Flavors are great. Kind of just everything when it comes to like the grapefruit citrusiness, the kind of piney berry flavor you get from the Mosaic, and then that kind of like peach, passion fruit kind of tropical feel that gets added in there to kind of brighten the grapefruit and add like more of just like a nice balanced tropical yet slightly hoppy IPA. Make it all mesh together so well. Yeah, this is great. This is an easy drinker for me. This is definitely something that if I was looking for an easy drinking beer, just to have in my fridge, this would definitely be on the list of ones to look for. Well, let's see. What is my final rating on this guy going to be? Like I said before, the flavors, how well they kind of made those flavors of the hops kind of mix together really well. The can art, taking that to account, really solid. I like that they kind of are kind of branching out to canning their stuff and kind of getting a couple things out there for people to try. So I think that's kind of cool. I think this is going to bring more like out-of-state popularity to them if a lot of people got this stuff from them off Tavour. So I can see that being really, really cool. And just by trying this, I can see why they're one of the best breweries in Seattle, in my opinion. Definitely somebody to look out for if you're in the Seattle area. I know they just opened another location as well. They opened another location in Kenmore, Washington. So I guess so if you're in Kenmore and that tap house looks just cool. Really, really cool. It really has that modern kind of vibe to it, along with that kind of like auto kind of like shop garage door feel, to where it's like they opened the bay door and it's like you're sitting outside still because it's just like they took away a wall. So that's really, really cool that they do that. Definitely looks really cool. Let's see what they have food trucks go there. So on, let's see, Thursday, today, they have a food truck there. They have Polish cuisine on wheels at a food truck at the brewery today. So if you're in Seattle and want to go over to have a couple beers and maybe want to get something to eat, go over to Stoup and get some Polish food. Maybe get a little pierogies, maybe some Polish sausage, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that'd be sausage, pierogies with beer. Hell yeah. That'd be awesome. And let's see, Friday, they have Off the Res. Let's see, Saturday the 1st, looks like they have Swine and Steel, which I'm guessing is going to be a barbecue food truck that's going to be there from 1 to 8 p.m. And then they have like a taco truck that's going to be there on Sunday. So if you're looking to kind of get some food truck stuff, get some beers in, go over to Stoup this weekend if you have the time. But let's see what kind of they have in there. They have a bunch of merch on their website as well. It comes to hoodies, hats, shirts. They have gift cards if you want to get stuff for friends or family. They got sticker packs if you want stickers. I know everybody loves stickers. But, they actually have Stoup bandanas. I think that's a cool little twist. And, of course, if you're looking to get a tap handle, as I know people out there collect tap handles like my dad. So, they have Stoup tap handles for $40 on their website. But, yeah, really cool variety when it comes to stuff they have on their website. Socks, blankets, growlers, sunglasses, you name it. Pint glass koozies. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Really like this website. So if you're interested in getting some like merchandise from Stoup, go link to their website is down in the description below, so you can take a look and maybe get something that looks kind of cool to you. But what is my final rating on this guy going to be? Let's finish up this review and kind of let's think about this. Flavors are great. Definitely a really easy drinker. I'm probably going to give this a solid... I'm going to give this a solid maybe like 8.25 out of 10. I think that's where I'm going to leave that one. It's very delicious. If you're looking for a nice, sessionable, like slightly hazy IPA, this would definitely be one that I would recommend. Because first of all, you're going to have a pretty cool can experience off the bat, just because it's a stereotype can art, and then they have a mixture of 3 different hops that always go so well together. So it's really difficult to kind of get a beer with that 3 hop mixture in there to kind of go wrong, unless your measurements and kind of are all wrong. But this one is automatically this is great, absolutely great. You really can't go wrong with having something with Mosaic, Citra, and Galaxy, and I think you're automatically going to have a really good experience off the bat, just for if you're an IPA fan at least. So, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to give it a solid 8.25 out of 10. Really, really good. Would definitely recommend if you're in the Seattle area or anything. Let's go back to the website again. See if they have a beer tracker on there. So maybe you can get stuff outside of the state of Washington when it comes to liquor stores. Let's find out. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Beers. No, it doesn't look like they have something for a beer finder. So you might just have to go over to the brewery and try it for yourself, or you might find their stuff at local liquor stores in Seattle. So liquor stores or bottle shops, wherever you go. But yeah, I would highly, highly recommend this one. Definitely really solid. Really, really good. Big props to Stoup for coming out with this one. This is definitely something that's going to go in the brain kind of thing and being like, okay, I need to look out to see if I can find more of this stuff because it's delicious. So guys, yeah. I think that's pretty much what I have for you guys this afternoon. So thank everybody for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Also, if you're new to the channel like we see and you're watching right now, make sure to hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. We'll let you know whenever I go live doing another review. But if you're hanging out right now, make sure to hit that like button on your way out. Be greatly appreciated. It helps me out a lot. Also, if you're kind of watching on the replay crew, tell me what you're drinking while you're watching the review. I kind of want to see what other people are drinking as well, and I kind of want to get the comment sections of my reviews a little bit more active. So if you're watching on the replay crew, make yourself known and tell me what you think of my reviews along with what you're drinking at the time that I'm doing while you're watching the review. So, without a doubt, guys, really, really solid one from Stoup. Would definitely recommend. But other than that, that is what I have for you guys today. So, if you want to give me guys if you want to look for like a social media aspect of beer when it comes to craft beer, the craft beer community, shoot me a friend request on Untappd. If you're not on Untappd and you drink craft beer, what are you doing? Pretty much, it's what it's at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So thank everybody again for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Again, make sure you hit that like button while you're here hanging out. It would help me out a lot. But I'm gonna say this again, always, before I go. If you're gonna drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And it's Thursday, so we know what we're gonna do with this glass. So cheers, everybody. See ya.